Oh, hello, testing. What's up? Welcome to the show. I hear echo. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to Creative Emotions. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. And we have Mr. Chef Wilson in the building.
That's right. That's right.
Co-host on this relationship series.
I was going to heat things up today, but it's already hot. So, I'm not going to add mine to it.
You silly. Listen, on this show, you will get encouragement, motivation, information, and you're going to get some transparency. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in each and every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I am here. This is a live show, so you can call in at 313-266-2811. It is a new number. That's 313-266-2811. So I want to take a moment and just acknowledge those families that are burying their loved ones in the city and even abroad, especially those victims at the grocery store in Colorado. It was 10 people killed, and then days later in Texas at Robb Elementary School, 19 students and 2 teachers were fatally shot. And so I want to send my condolences to the families. Like I said, here in the city and even abroad, we have to send our love because this is truly, truly tragic. We can only wonder what's going through the minds of individuals because nothing can be that bad in life to want to be known in this matter. I'm aware that people are doing these type of things on purpose to be known for these tragedies, and it's horrible. So this was pure evil. I'm just gonna say it. This was pure evil.
Yes.
And I'm sending my condolences. Ephesians 6:12, King James Version. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. There is a darkness on this land we cannot ignore, but I still want to encourage everyone, don't lose sight of yourself in the midst of going with the flow of and just having no fulfillment in life. And so this show today is about discovering yourself because it is a journey. And when you think about discovering, that's like you looking for it.
That's a process. That's levels. And I just recently went through that, and it doesn't happen overnight. So,
yeah,
listening audience, it's not something. I know we live in a world where everything is moving fast, but no, that process right there is slow and it's easy, right? So don't expect results overnight.
Yeah, it can be. It can be easy once you get into the flow of acceptance.
Yeah,
because it is hard. Sometimes when I encourage people, they say it's easier said than done, right? But if you never try it, it would never be done.
Absolutely.
And so I encourage you, don't make excuses why you can't do things. Look for reasons why you can, especially while we on this side of the ground. Because, listen, if you haven't been paying attention, the times are getting darker, but it doesn't take away the light that you're supposed to be in this world. So just be mindful of that.
Yes, absolutely.
So self-exploration has been put off because of our decisions to start families, work certain jobs, get married, which pushes who we really are back. Like, if you really look at it, you don't really know who you are until you go through some stuff. And, I just got my associates last year. I'm 38 associates. Like, that's something that people usually do right after school, but it's still an accomplishment. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
I ain't taking it away from that.
Yes.
But I'm saying, this is a part of that discovery, so don't be hard on yourself. According to PositivePsychology.com, self-discovery is an ongoing process of stripping away that which is unimportant, reviewing core values, and seeking to live in greater alignment with these inner truths. And so Wikipedia states a journey of self-discovery refers to a travel, a pilgrimage of a series of events whereby a person attempts to determine how they feel personally about spiritual issues or prioritize rather than following the opinions of family, friends, neighborhoods, or peer pressure. That's a real thing, because people still out here.
They still out.
Groaned in the mud, repping hoods. I'm going to need you to discover yourself.
We're going to need you to
Listen.
put that one up.
7 miles, a better mile, 6 miles, oh crap. Listen, no. Discover who you are. What mile are you? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We give a lot to this outside stuff.
We give a lot. A lot, right? More than is deserved.
That is true. What was you about to say? With this big old cheese on your face. So, discovering yourself is a journey. Again, if you're just following us, I want to give a big shout out to those that's watching on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, you guys can meet us here. 6 o'clock. You know, Chef, brings us his presence every now and then. Bring us the jewels. And
Hey, I'm going to drop something tonight.
okay. Listen, on this show, you're going to get motivation, encouragement, information, and transparency. I just want you to know we are not, what can I say, professionals. We are just life certified.
Certified.
When you come to this channel, you're going to get a array of things. It's a balance of things, but I hope you get something. My prayer is always that it's effective, whatever it is. I'm not here to, talk about news just to kind of tickle your fancy. It is podcast for that. But this one, I just want to ruffle your feathers so you can know how magnificent you are and that you can walk in your purpose on purpose. That's what this is about.
Hey, I wanted to say, we always say life certified. But when we sat in front of grandma and granddad or your mother and father, uncle, auntie, they were life certified also.
Yeah.
And so we need to bring that back.
Get them jewels, yeah.
So, yeah, we are professionally certified in life.
Yeah. From your elders. I try to.
Yes.
I try to get as much as I sit at the feet of an elder. You hear me?
That's right.
Like, so what you think about this and what happened back then? It's amazing how much we have evolved.
Yeah.
On so many levels, just, being able to evolve in those areas. So the biggest encouragement that I can help you with is to grasp the depth of what's inside of you. You are a powerful being. And once you understand that and perceive that everything around you, even if it's bad, it works out for your good, you in a good place.
Yes.
I'm just going to tell you.
Absolutely.
Everything happens for a reason. So Romans 8:28. And this is the King James Version. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them that are called according to his purpose. And so we are constantly being sharpened. Constantly being sharpened. What are you using your tool for? Because you are a tool.
Absolutely.
You are a tool. How are you using yourself? How are you allowing yourself to be used as a tool being sharpened by life experiences? Either you can go out and you can hurt people because hurt people continuously hurt people, or you can use your hurt and you can change that to sharpen someone else in where they are.
Yes, and that's my journey. So when I looked at this topic, I took it from a standpoint of personal energy. Mm-hmm. And when I did a little research, it's 3 different types. It's mental energy, physical, and emotional energy.
Okay.
So I'm just going to speak a little bit on that tonight. And, once again, before we get started, I always say, people, take your time with you, right? So everything we're talking about taking your time, because you have to take time to realize who you are, where you're at, and where you're going.
Yes.
But you can't do that quick, right?
Yeah.
I was talking with a friend, and we were laughing, and I was talking about just the importance in taking your time. I said, you take your time and you pour a cup of juice. You're not going to spill it. If you rush, it's not going to make it taste any better. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Right? The same when you take your time and you leave out a little bit early and go to work,
Yeah.
You're going to get there and you're going to take your time without speeding tickets. So as we move forward tonight, just keep in mind, when you get this information, these nuggets we're going to give you, just take your time with it. It's not going to happen overnight. I know we live in this age where the microwave, we want things to happen tomorrow.
Yes.
But, slow progress is still progress, okay?
That's true.
All right.
That's good. That is the truth. And so what were you saying about that energy?
The 3 different type of energies that I looked up was the mental and the physical any emotional energy. And that's part of rediscovering yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to realize what your energy is and not try to duplicate someone else's, because that was for them.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't be envious of it.
Yes.
You know, because we're all given our own energy, our own purpose in life, and
Yeah.
they come from the Lord, right?
Yeah.
So we have to take our time and just slow down, tap into your energy. And if you've lost it along the way, just take your time and just realize where you left it at, right?
Yeah.
It's like a phone. If you take your time, you're going to find it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're rediscovering yourself, you always just want to take your time because you don't want to miss anything. That's how we got to the point where we're at now, because we're always missing something. We're moving too fast.
Yeah,
We're not
missing
listening.
steps. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You know, we just acting on things too quickly.
Yeah.
And so as we move forward tonight, I'm going to keep saying this all throughout the show. Take your time. Take your time and listen to these nuggets, this information.
Yeah.
Please take your time.
That's good. So I was talking to this young man today with the position I have at my job. And, I had to talk to him about some things that was going on. And he said, I'm trying to say it without, telling the situation, but he blames everybody else for something that he was supposed to be responsible for. And I'll just say being late. Well, what do y'all expect me to do? I come here in the parking lot all packed. I can't find a parking spot. I wake up at this time. And, I can't help. So everything that he said was pointing the blame on everybody else. Pointing the blame on the company. The company should send you over here because it's more convenient for you. The company to do this, the company. And so I bring that up because I stopped him. And I said, listen, sir, this is what we're not about to do. You can't blame anybody else for what's going on in your reality, your time-space reality right now. And so that goes back to discovering yourself. You can't blame other people for the place that you're in. We have to take accountability for the things that we allow, the things that we do, and the things that we continue to do, even though we see failed results.
Yes,
You
good.
have to take accountability.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because I was going to chime in. So as I listened to that, I said no accountability. So no accountability, no growth. You're there. You're stuck. And then you go into victim mode.
Yeah, that's a whole nother place.
That's a whole nother place. So
They keep you in an entitled space. People
Yes.
feel entitled when they, check off these boxes of, that victim mentality. It's a mentality.
yes, it is.
The victim mentality will keep you stagnant, and stagnant water stank. If you think about that,
Yeah.
stagnant water just sitting there
It's right.
have you ever had some dishwater that you just was like, what is that smell? The dishwater just sitting there just stinking. Same thing. It's gross.
You
That
know.
stagnant water. And it could be like that in our life. Different things is happening. And you just like, what is this going on?
Absolutely.
It's because things are stagnant. And it's only up to us to change our time, space, reality by being intentional about what we're doing. And we're talking about discovering yourself today. A life that's nothing more than a series of going through the same motions usually does not provide much enjoyment. Discontentment sets in, and then words are formed, which ultimately shapes our life. If you read my shirt, I speak life. If you think about the verse, Proverbs 18:21, life and death are on the power of the tongue, and those that love it eat the fruit thereof. And so the things that you speak on your life, you will eat the fruit of it. And I don't think people understand how serious it is. We go around and we quote these different Bible verses that tickle our fancy or make us feel good or won't he do it and things like that. But if you really eat the meat of some of the phrases that we say frequently, you will understand you speaking life over yourself will change your life. But a lot of times we do it inadvertently. I know I was doing it, honey, a lot, especially when I was married. I was complaining so much. It was ridiculous. I was sick of myself.
I was just praying.
I was sick of myself. Hey, Shay, I see you. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I was just sick of myself, but I noticed every time I complained about something, even though it was legit, only thing and only person I can change is myself. And so when you constantly, you know, speaking negatively over your life and over your situation, those things have to manifest. You have to eat the fruit of the words that you speak. And so we have to be careful with the words that we form because they shape our life.
And I agree, Q, because every time you do that complaining, you lose a part of you that God put there that made you special. So when you just complain, you just lose it. To me, just my perspective, you lose a part of you in a complaint. Right?
Well, yeah,
and then sometimes it can most definitely take away from the areas in which you were supposed to be shining in. People can't see that. They can't see the gift, right?
Yeah.
They just see the complaints, the things that you were saying. So I agree with you 100%. You just lose a part of you in that part of complaining.
So what energy are you functioning in when it comes to self-discovery? Do you look at it like there's no hope? You know, every time I bring this conversation up to people, it's different ways. However the Spirit leads me when I talk to people, I go with the flow. So it's not a one size fit all. But I know a lot of people, like I said, say, you know, it's easier said than done, or, you know, it's easy to say that. But that's normally how things change when we say it, we act on it, we have a vision. Without a vision, the people perish. So if you don't have a vision,
we're gone.
For your life.
Yeah, and what I would suggest, when you have time out, instead of complaining, like we prepare for our shows, a lot of it comes from personal experiences, and then most of it do, 90%, and then another 10% go into a little research. So the time that you're going to sit down and complain about what's happening in your life, time that you can rediscover yourself, do a little research. That's what we do, and I learn a lot. And I'm sure, Q, you learn a lot also. Definitely. Each and every week in this process. And that's how we're able to speak it to you. So, you know, I did a little research today, and it just went into different levels of energy, just your psychological, how people see things, like the will, the feeling, the thought, logic, passion, action. And these are all things that lead up into discovering yourself, right, and your energy. So as I go through this and you guys listen, please, you know, if you're not sitting with someone, it's okay. You sit to yourself, right? And if it's an ouch moment, just let it be an ouch moment. You know what I'm saying? That's
like, dang, yeah, that was me.
I've never been in the gym and left the gym and was not sore.
Yeah.
So if you've been to the gym, you know what I'm talking about. Guys, if you want your biceps, they're going to be sore a little bit afterwards. The glutes, the calves, you know what I'm saying? Because you're growing that muscle. So as we grow through this process and we talk about relationships, let the ouch moments come.
Yeah.
You know, allow it. It's okay.
It is.
It is okay.
That's how we grow.
That's right. Spend a little time with you. Take your time with this thing. I love ouch moments because that's some growth for me. I'm sorry.
It is. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of stuff that we talk about, we definitely go through. And so, you know, just wanting it to be encouragement. I see you, T.B. Zimmerman. I see you. He said, I understand that. Yeah, that's what's up. But self-discovery, it may sound cliche, you know, but it's really a process of examining your life because, you know, they have a lot of things going on now where it's like a self-love, you know, self-care, you know, this and that. And it may sound cliche, but these are things that we have to constantly go back and visit. We have to visit these things, continue to examine your life, continue to see what needs to stay, what needs to go, what's not functioning right, what's in your life that's pulling you down, what is not, you know, conducive to your growth. Take examination of your life. This is your job. So this is encouragement to you. Take note of your life. This is a part of rediscovering or discovering who you are.
Absolutely. And we're not just talking about a relationship between a man and a woman. It's a relationship with your children, right? Brothers, your father, mothers, because these are all relationships that sometimes get damaged along the way. And then you have to go back and rediscover yourself in this process.
Yeah.
Right? So who's going to benefit? Everyone around you.
Everyone around.
Everyone around you, right? Did you have anything you want to add to that before we?
But figuring out what's missing when you think about what's in your control. And so I can honestly say, I thought that I can change a person. I'm gonna be the first woman in the world to be honest about it. I thought I could change somebody when I was younger.
And how?
Because I felt like, I was just there in my spiritual walk, and this person was not so much or whatever, even though it was an age difference, this person being older. I'm like, I can just, show them and love them and being extra spiritual like we all do, what I'm saying, at some point. Like, I can do it, Lord. And then he was like, oh, straight up. Boom. Oh, what about this? Bam. Oh, I know it's you, Tommy. Listen, they was coming left and right, and it was like, oh, you ain't all that. Calm down.
Wow.
Humble yourself.
And it's funny because I felt the same way probably on the other end, because I would listen to a person's story and they'd be like, man, I've been through that. I can help them through that. And I'm like, I didn't put the cape out and everything, right? Like, I got this.
Yeah.
But what
got you.
Yeah, what I realized, I was eager and to do it.
Yeah.
But the person was not ready to accept, and they didn't have accountability to where they were at. So along the process, I ended up damaging me a little bit.
That's good observation.
Yeah, I really did, because, I just said, man, I know I can do this. I can be here for this person.
Yeah.
It may have been spiritual, financially, whatever, but I'm going to help them. All they need is a little nudge. I know it, because that's all I needed at that process, that someone can really see me and could have heard me at that point. So let me be that person for that person. But we have to come to part of life where the show topic, when you want to rediscover yourself, because if a person is not there, Q, you can have all the tools for them.
Absolutely.
But you doing nothing but burning your time up, and if they're not ready to receive it at that point.
Definitely.
I'm not going to tell you not to stop, but you have to get to a point where you realize they're not there, right?
Yeah.
And so you just take back a little bit of your energy. You're not going to abandon them, but you just take a little bit back. Just instead of giving them 100%, just give them a little 40 or 20%, right? I was
about 40 or 20. If you got to say all they need is this, then
That's it. I was listening. Somebody had a meme on Fantasia, and she was talking about when your cup runneth over, right? So she was saying run it over is the extra, but you got to keep what's in the cup for you.
Oh, okay.
They get what runneth over.
Okay.
You don't give them everything in a cup.
They just drunk the whole cup.
Yeah. You over there thirsty and parched, right? Then it ran with everything. But we're going to get back to this rediscovering and the energy that you choose to share or you choose to allow in your space.
Definitely.
When you're trying to rediscover yourself is very important, because you can be on the right path and like life happens, you invite somebody in on that part of that journey, right?
Yeah.
And it will set you back.
It does. Oh,
I'm not talking about a week. It may set you back for a year or two.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
You'd be in therapy.
That's true. And therapy is not bad.
It's not bad.
Go to therapy,
but not
please.
trying to rescue somebody.
That's true. But figuring out what's missing, like I said, that's in your control. You cannot control people. You cannot control people. I'm going to say it one more time. You cannot control people. And guess what? That's the number one thing people want to do.
Yes.
You want people to change to fit in your time, space, reality, and how you looking at life, and you want everything to it don't work that way. You should be able to consciously get with another conscious person. You guys are individuals, and you come together and enjoy each other.
Absolutely.
What this mess is going on now, I have no idea,
I
honey,
have
but
no idea. So
this is not about relationships. This is about discovering yourself. But I'm talking about dealing with the things that are in your control. And we seem to want to control people. And that's a problem.
when we should be discovering something about ourselves first.
Yeah.
So, Key, what would you say from your personal, and I'll probably speak on mine's experience, one of your number one steps on discovering yourself? Or was it a moment?
So,
was it
yeah.
an event?
Yeah, so I was told to finish what I start. That was Holy Spirit. Finish what you start. You know, a lot of my projects were delayed because I got too excited. I'm like, oh, I'm about to do this and I'm about to do that, and you know, I'm a master of starting something, and then you know, I discovered it's because I'm a creative. I'm a creative individual, so you can give me a topic and I'll take it and go like run with it. And it'll be like, oh, we can do it like this. And you got all these ideas, but I had to learn, and I have to learn what to give my time and resource to. Because I can put money into one thing when really that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. So just having that spirit of discernment and just being quiet enough to hear. Here we have an internal guide. That guide talks. That guide shows you. That first mind where you be like, dang, I should have just listened. That's it right there. That boy, listen. I'll be like, okay, nope, I'm sitting down. Or I'm about to start this, and then, okay, and then you got to count the cost. Count the cost of whatever it is you're trying to do. So that's what I discovered for myself, that I'm a creative, but not everything is meant to run with.
Absolutely.
For me. So what about you?
Mine's is close to that because I told you I love projects.
Yeah.
And I'd said once before in other shows that I can't make people projects.
That's true.
And because people are so important to me, and I automatically trust people because unless you give me a reason not to.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And yeah, I found myself in that same energy there. And, you know, I can do this. And the greater the task, the more I was into it, right? Just give it to me. I'm about to run with this ball, right? And so I felt myself in that energy, that same space right there.
Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. So, yep. And I'm very creative also. So if one avenue did not work, best believe I was on plan B and then C and D.
In your own mind.
Right. And in my own mind.
Using up time.
Yep. And that person wasn't even prepared for plan A. That was too much. So when you take back that, since we talk about discovering yourself, stop spending so much time thinking you can change a person or help them. And help you. You really need it.
Yeah.
Right? You really need it.
Yeah.
So
it's a part of balance.
It is a part of balance, but we have to accountability, and you have to get to that point where you realize that, well, you know what? I think it's okay in this season of my life to give this energy to me. Yeah. Right? Because by me giving it to myself, if someone's watching me, and maybe I'm going to be a mentor for them. I spoke of before when I was growing up as a young guy. I used to watch the guys bring in the groceries and wash the cars and things. My dad was in and out. So that became something, they were being a mentor to me because they were just operating in their natural energy. And that was good for me. That's probably good for a lot of people, men and women. Right? That's how some ladies become some of the best ladies. You're a woman, but ladies in life, but just watching somebody that was close by. Yeah. Right? So I'm going to get back. So when you get back to you, it's still going to give to somebody else because they watching you.
That's true. How do you see yourself? That's a question, because a lot of times we are produced by other people's dreams, hopes, and wishes instead of truly understanding who you are and what you want.
Absolutely.
You know, when you grow up, you know, your parents put off this negative energy when they're disappointed in you or they're disappointed in your choices. And what I've learned to understand with my 3 children is they are individuals first, and I respect them as individuals. So what I feel like will be successful for them, it may not be. And I think that's why a lot of people buck the system, but buck the parenting after they get loose. Because, you know, we're trying to box them in. We're trying to show them, go this way. No, I believe, we're supposed to build that foundation so that they can be, you know, decent human beings. let's just start there. You know, just good people. I treat my, tell my children, treat people how you want to be treated. Give them the foundational, beliefs that can help them navigate this life.
Absolutely.
And so, when you think about that, are you shaped by your parents or what they wanted you to do, and now you have to rediscover who am I? What do I even like? I did this because my daddy did this, and then his daddy did this, and my great-granddaddy did this. And I know, a lot of times you want to keep that family tradition going, but a lot of times it's your individuality that can be the new tradition.
And I'm going to touch on something you said earlier and on this, and I always tell people exactly what you said. I love that, Q, because frustration is that feeling that you have right here, right? And that's because you're not operating in purpose, right? And no matter what you buy, what trips you go on, what makeup you put on, hair, whatever, right? Guys, the rims you put on your car.
I was about to say, don't just come for us now.
Yeah, the guys, the rims you put on your car. How we hit the gym at the end of the day, it's just not satisfying, right?
Right.
Because that's that frustration that you will have. But then you spoke of being creative, and that was one of the areas of creative energy that your energy type is an artist, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yep. And you guys see the harmony and beauty in everything, and then you guys like to transform things, right?
Yeah.
So as I'm listening to you, I'm reading this, and I said, well, this is Q right here, and you see the beauty in everything, and it's your mission to transform it.
Yeah.
Not really, you used the word control earlier, so I don't give it something more beautiful. You just want to transform it, right, into that beautiful thing that you see it to be.
What makes you proud about you?
About me personally?
Yeah, you and the listening audience. You guys can chime in.
That I'm very transparent, even with my children, and I love that part about me. And because that's what you asked, right?
Yeah. What makes you proud about you?
Proud about me that
this is the question about rediscovering or discovering yourself.
That I do not hide my mistakes. I'm not going to publicly talk about them, but if you come to me, I'll talk to you about them, and I'll let you know what I learned from that, right? And I'll talk to my children about it because then they look at me and say, well, wow. Hopefully I'm thinking when they have that moment in their life, they do the same, right? So that's one thing that I'm proud about, that I don't let pride get in the way of being transparent.
That's good. That's real good. Are you getting what you want out of life? These are questions that I want you, the listening audience. I see you guys. Shout out to everyone on YouTube watching. Thank you guys so much. Facebook as well. Are you getting what you want out of life?
That's a question for me. You want me to answer
You
that?
can answer it, but this is a question that I'm asking everybody. Yeah. Well, are you getting what you want? Because if you're not, this is a part of discovering yourself.
Can we go back to the question you asked me first? And
sure.
What makes you proud about you?
I'm authentic.
Yes,
I feel like I don't have a ounce of trying to be something I'm not or nothing. I'm just, my heart is the way it is. The things that I do, it just come from a authentic place, and I'm proud of that. That I'm not walking around superficial. That I'm not, running after things that have no value to me. I honor value. Honor the things that are valuable.
Yes.
Okay.
I receive that. I like that.
Yeah. Well, you gonna give me some snaps?
I'll give you some
finger snaps and toe tap.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Not artificial flavoring.
When you think about what is your passion, I don't think people even think about their passion anymore. Like, what is it that, wakes you up out your sleep or make you, want to do? Have you explored that one thing that you would rather do? Are you still stagnant because you're trying to prove your worth?
Wow.
That's
trying to prove your worth.
That's a lot of us do that. I think I've done that. Definitely. Just being the person that I am and looking like, don't this person see this about me? Like,
okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing?
You don't see all this?
You don't see all this? So that's, that's
sorry.
trying to prove your worth. Like,
absolutely.
In ways you can be trying to prove your worth.
So hold on, because what did you ask me after that though?
What is your passion?
Was that
Are you
passion?
getting what you want out of life?
Thank you.
Oh, you want to answer that, huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
That's what we on here for.
Go ahead, brother.
I had not been because I was trying to get it out of things and other people, right? Mm-hmm. So I had to rediscover myself. So now I'm getting out of life what I want because I'm getting it from me, right?
Yeah, that's good.
And I know where that comes from. It comes from the Lord. So, yeah, now at this point in life, I'm getting, yes, I am. I'm getting it. I told somebody I'm enjoying the heck out of me right now and stuff. We talked the other day. You was like, Fred, what you up to? And we were talking, and you talked about some mac and cheese. And then I said, I'm just over here chilling like I'm on somebody's beach, right? I'm in my back.
At the crib.
I'm at the crib with the whole thing going on, right? And
swim shorts.
Yeah, I went got my swim trunks out and everything. And I'm chilling like, I'm on somebody's beach. So, yes, I am right at this point. I'm getting what I need. Because I'm going to tell you, the audience, this. When you realize what you need is not from someone, but from you,
yes,
you're getting what you need.
It's so peaceful here. It's so peaceful here, okay?
That's what we're talking about.
Listen.
We laughing about it, but this is real. Take notes on this. Remember this.
So Shalom says, discover equals uncover equals allow self to come alive. Uncover what's within.
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
All right, now. We're going to give you some.
We give her some big snaps and top taps. Okay.
That's what we talking about. Our audience dropping nuggets.
Listen.
This type of show we got.
You talk about the audience.
Yeah, I'm telling you, our audience always, we got a very in tune.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. I like that. You got to send that to me.
Yeah, that's good. Are you doing something other people said you were good at? I know. I love my best friend so much, honey. And she would be like, oh, my God, Q, you'll be good at this. Oh, my God, Q, you'll be good at that. And I tell her, because I'm not so much money driven all the time, but purpose driven. A lot of stuff that I do, I don't get money for, but it's like I get satisfaction from it though.
Yes.
And I'm not wanting for anything. So it's like, I get it. And I love her for that. She'd be like, oh my God, Bestie, you'll be good at doing this. Oh, you'll be good at doing that. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll be looking into it like, sure, yeah. Then it'll be like taking me away from what I'm doing, what I've been doing. And it's like, that's kind of going away from, what I'm doing. I think we talked about that. You over here fixing cars and doing this and doing that and this and that.
Yeah.
And it's too far away from, what you're doing. So I always appreciate, what she say, but, those things.
No, I like what you said, Q, because you said you do a lot of things. And it's not necessarily people all about the money. It's about the purpose-driven piece about it, the joy you get, right?
I mean, and for me, everybody not
and
like
it's
that,
for
though.
me also. So I've never said to anyone, you don't make me happy. I make me happy because I'm walking in purpose. I'm cooking for folks. You know how I get down. And
I definitely told somebody they ain't make me happy. I mean, that's a lot of people do that until you know.
Until you know.
Because I'm sure you said that. I'm just not happy because of what they were doing.
I've never said, that.
This is a part of discovering yourself.
Let me see. Have I ever said that?
I'm sure.
I may use some other choice words, but along the lines, yes, you're right, absolutely right.
Indeed.
But I, at this point, discovering me, I would never say that again because now I realize my eyes are open.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, me too. I would not put that responsibility on anybody else. It's nobody else's responsibility to make you happy.
Not at all. Not at all.
And that's a real thing. So do you try new things? Because I know a lot of people just like, I ain't doing all that. It's too much.
What do you mean by try new things?
Try new things.
Like what?
I just seen somebody bungee jump. I seen somebody just try new things.
Never did
Whatever
that
it is,
before?
different foods. I want to jump out of a plane.
You want to jump out of the plane?
I do. I was just trying to wait till my kids get a little older.
I'm going to film you from the ground as you come down.
You ain't got to do that. They going to do it from the top.
As you come down the
lane. Like, oh, here she goes.
My life been exciting enough.
So I booked my birthday trip. You know, my annual.
Oh, okay. I know you talking
My
about
annual go out of the country. I go, do me, but with me,
Okay.
and enjoy my
that. The
space.
spot you talked about?
And yes, and one thing that I wanted to do
That's what's up.
was parasail. So that's probably the closest I'm gonna get to it right now. But
Oh, I did that. I enjoyed it.
yeah, I want to parasail. So
Yes.
just do you try new things? Do things that are kind of out of the box. It doesn't have to be activities. It can be journaling. A lot of people don't like to write. A lot of people don't like to read. Are you reading? I try to listen. If you don't even like to read, you can look at audiobooks on YouTube. Go on YouTube, whatever it is that you're dealing with, that may be ruffling your feathers right now. You can type in anything on YouTube and you can get an audiobook. Listen to a couple of minutes, see if you feel it in your spirit. Those type of things, that's what I'm talking about. Trying new things.
I'm trying new things.
New food, new places, traveling, something different.
You know what I'm trying?
What you trying?
I'm not rushing into relationships. So that is something new for me, right?
Good job, buddy.
And people laugh about that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's new for me. Just taking a season. So, see, my thing may not be your thing, right? But whatever your thing is, realize it, right? And then you're going to have joy and peace because of that. You're trying something new. So, most definitely, they say if you want something new, different, do something different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm all about different this summer. I'm real different.
I'm proud of you.
While you playing around.
How long it's going to be?
What's that, hot boy summer? But I looked up the definition
Don't
for
put on
that.
the Hoochie Daddy shorts. I'm not about to play with you.
Hoochie
The Hoochie Daddy shorts. No.
I've been doing my squats though.
Don't do it.
What? Really? Okay. Well,
She said don't do it.
okay.
Please.
Well, I'm gonna get done, but if I go on vacation, will nobody see?
Yes, they will. But they're going
Like,
to be
boy,
taking you.
that boy been doing the squats.
They're going to be taking you with the Hoochie Daddy shorts on.
With about 5 million likes.
You silly.
Thigh master.
Well, what skills are you sitting on that you could really be enjoying right now? What skills?
I like that one, Q.
What skills?
I want you to go first.
But not everything is a business,
And then
but
you
it can be a
guys,
hustle.
no. You guys chime in too. I gotta take these off. What skills are you sitting on?
I've been utilizing everything, honey.
But you still
I've been
sitting
hosting.
on one.
I've been what?
You still sitting on one.
What?
I'm sure everybody's sitting on one.
I got enough to occupy me right now. I feel like I'm in a fulfilled space where I utilize every gift. I feel like I'm a tool. And so that's how I look at myself. I'm serious.
You play too much.
Everywhere I
What
go.
I'm talking
Listen,
about.
according to PassiveIncomeMD.com, researchers have pinpointed a statistic. Millionaires on average have not just one, but 7 streams of income. But everybody don't want to be a millionaire. So I guess it's up to you.
But don't you dare try to make somebody one of your multiple streams of income. Don't you dare.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, I went there.
Okay, I'll let you have it.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Do you feel stuck? Taking a step towards self-knowledge will literally change your whole life. I'm telling you, these books, different things that feed your spirit. This will take you to a new level of self-discovery.
Absolutely.
A new level, and I feel like that's what all of this is about. Growth, having an attitude of curiosity and taking time out to get to know yourself. It's a great start. I just feel like we put so much pressure into relationship goals and relationship this and, my husband, my wife and this and that. But then
Absolutely.
you get in these type of relationships and situations and don't even know how to handle it because you don't know how to handle self.
Yes.
I can really say like that's what I learned from. I'm doing too much trying to control the outside and not enough with trying to control me and understanding me.
Absolutely.
Especially when you start young doing all this stuff.
And that was one of the things I looked up about having practical energy, right? And that's just being a creative within yourself, right? So be practical with this thing also, right? Wow, this is a good show. Can we do a part 2?
Oh, Lord. Can we get through the first one?
Okay, how much time we got? Because we got enough time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said what?
We got enough time. I didn't.
Oh yeah, we good. We at
oh yeah,
46.
we real good. All right. Why you playing?
Yep, I see you guys commenting. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight's topic is discovering yourself. Self-discovery. Tommy said, I was told by a friend, don't move too fast. You will run into your passion. Okay.
You're running to your
I was
passion.
told by a friend, don't move too fast. You will run into your passion. Okay, well, taking time, that's going with the flow, going with the path of least resistance.
Good
That
luck.
means if it's bucking up against you, you know, it ain't time. I just feel like everything has a flow. Everything should go with a nice flow.
And I agree. And I was writing something earlier. So when you rediscover yourself, you're going to have to go back, and you may have to pick up parts of you in a traumatic situation. It could have been with the way you were raised, or relationship. Do not be afraid.
Yeah.
Rediscovering yourself is not going to happen overnight. I read a lot of things, and it's a process, right? And we live in a world right now. I see people running lights, just running all over the place.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
And I said, well, wow. I said,
Lord.
how could you believe in a process, even when a traffic light, you have the yellow, red, green.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in that process and you just want to blow through a red, right? So when we're in this process of rediscovering ourselves, it's a process. We have to take our time.
Yeah.
Something may take 2 weeks to happen, or 3, but it's okay because you are making progress along the way. So as you listen to this, and I know that a lot of people, we look at stuff on social media and everything is quick and fast.
Oh my
relationships, it's just happening.
Listen, the way they cook the food, slap the meat on there,
Back-
slap the seasoning, everything done in like 3 seconds. It's like, come on now.
Right, so
then you
that's
think
unrealistic, because as man, we want to come home and be like, hey, we've been watching cooking videos. Say, you about to get out like this? What's up, mama? But
Right.
so I want to tell everyone that's listening, take your time.
Yeah.
You're going to have a smile at the end of the day. And believe me, men, women tell us all the time, take your time. What are you rushing for? You know what I'm saying? And I believe this. Even when my dad used to show me how to fix things, or it was always like, take your time, son, make sure you do it right.
Yeah.
Right? So let's take our time with this process. We're not going anywhere because we're going to come back whenever Q invite me back.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So let's take our time with this series, and we're breaking down walls, right, in 2022. Right, in our community, especially with African Americans, because we seem to suffer in that area. And even when we go back to the word, that relationship between man and God, relationships are very important.
Yeah.
And we suffer, and we give them the least amount of energy and time. So we about to take that back.
Yeah.
We about to take it back right today. I'm sick and tired of, even when I'm on YouTube and I'm trying to listen to music,
Yeah.
the infomercials are always talking about somebody making quick and fast money.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Right.
With the Ferraris, and you can get this much, you can get this, and so people going away purpose and looking for that paper.
Yeah, take your time with this thing and stuff. Q, anything else you
But
want?
self-discovery is not finding a new person. You're not trying to find a new person. It's breaking down barriers within yourself to discover your deepest truth, or things that have been holding you back from your true desires. Invest in delegated time to this process is important. Schedule yourself in. I notice, a lot of times you got all these things to do. I got to go over here. I got this to do. I got that to do. And you ask a person about, what you doing for yourself? Oh, I ain't got time. You out here, your nails looking busted, your cuticles need to be cut, your feet looking like claws. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got you ain't got a haircut, or it's like, schedule yourself in. Women, schedule yourself in. It's like,
Man, schedule yourself in. Stop
Everybody.
snagging up the sheets with them feet. And I say that all the time.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you for saying that, Q. I say, anybody who knows me that's listening to this, if you really know me, I said you can forget to return an email, a text message, or a phone call. But how you going to forget about you?
you can't.
Really?
You're looking at yourself all
Your
day, every
mental
day.
health, your physical health, your spiritual health, how you going to forget about that?
But as you begin to invest time in discovering who you really are, your most authentic self will be revealed. And that's why I've been on this journey. It's such a beautiful journey, man. Just understanding,
Yes.
you know, this experience is just amazing when you stop looking on the outside for stimulation and you get into your spiritual world that's right there inside of you. We literally have everything we need inside of us. And the Holy Spirit is waiting. The legion of angels that's around you is waiting for something to do. Like, we're supposed to be telling our angels, look, I need help. Look, can you help me with that? Can you give me a word, give me a sign, it's miracle signs and wonders that's constantly around us. It's constant if you keep your eyes open. You know, I learned at some point that my alignment was off. I wanted one thing with my mouth, but my mind doubted it. I would say this is what I wanted, but I'm like, yeah, but I don't know, because you have these talks in your mind, and so these things don't manifest themselves because we're not even in alignment with ourselves. So with your mind and your mouth and your heart, everything needs to line up.
Absolutely.
So if you're saying to a woman, hey, I love you, you are the love of my life, I want to be with you, but then your body is over here with Curly and Sally and Sue, and then your heart is over here with, now you want to run over here and do this, but your mind is saying, I want my family. That's that alignment that's just off. And so this is the process of discovering yourself and learning that you can't be separated from, you can be separated if you're not in alignment with, what it is that you want. Alignment with yourself is very, very important.
Absolutely. And then part of that is just realizing who you are and your energy and your purpose in life. And then I looked at more than a couple of energies: a dynamic energy, a sensitive energy, a mental energy. And then they went on to talk about a creative energy, energy of dedication.
Yeah.
So
it's a balance.
But the reason why I'm saying is it is a balance. If we start focusing on us and stop looking at others and what they're doing, you can find value in you and rediscover yourself.
Definitely.
Right? And you can go back and pick up what you left.
Yeah.
Right? Not with, and I'm going to go here, and I think you may have touched base on this earlier, not what mom or uncle or auntie told you would be good at.
Yeah.
You need to discover your energy and what your purpose is, right? And discover that and be good at that thing, right?
Definitely.
And you won't have the frustration. And that's to me, that's part of the path of rediscovering yourself. You're not lost in other people's statements or expectations of you.
Definitely.
Okay.
And there are a few steps to get started while we wrap up.
Okay.
Cultivate awareness. Pay attention to, like I said, to the different signs. There's always things around us that's speaking. Pay attention to the change in your response about things. What I learned is now, before my thing last year was listening more, not talking, because we always feel like we have to respond. You need to listen to understand people, not always respond. Yes, we can come up with something clever to say. We can come up with a quick jab or whatever. That don't mean you need to say it. Sometimes you just need to be quiet. And it's okay.
It's okay.
Be aware. Being aware is the ability to recognize what's happening internally and externally. Without awareness, every day will seem the same, but it's not. It's something beautiful and intricate and different in every single day. So even though the days are running into each other, because I'm aware, I can pinpoint different moments of awareness throughout my day. And I do try to journal as well, different things I see, whether it's a bird, a flower, a license plate, a comment, a change in directions, certain things just working out. It leaves me in peace knowing that all things work together for my good, and it works together for your good as well. It works together for your good.
Thank you.
But journaling, these are some of the things I'm wrapping up, just letting you know some of the ways you can get started with discovering yourself. Journaling, it gives you moments to jot down things, the awareness in your spiritual journey. You should get constant downloads on what to do, say, and where to go. Please pay close attention to small things. This is called mindfulness. We have to be mindful of the different things that's going on. Ask yourself honest questions, whether they are hard or not. We talked about that. Dealing with the hard thing, dealing with those things that may be
moments.
dang, yeah, that's me. Deal with those things.
Absolutely.
Taking time for silence, prayer, meditation, thankfulness. It'll help the inward observation, which changes the outward situation. this morning I just had a moment. A lot of times we don't have to beg and plead. The Holy Spirit knows what we need. God knows what we need. The Father knows what you need before you even know what you need. And so just being able to say thank you without all the begging and the pleading and the, going back, and now you didn't disappoint yourself because you done did something you wasn't supposed to do. And this is a constant thing. What you need to do is surrender that your own will, because we're, clearly we're not getting it right. This is a part of discovering yourself. Discover that maybe you don't trust yourself. You keep getting in situations where, it's failing, and it's okay. Not say, hey, I don't trust myself, Lord. I need some help, for real.
Absolutely.
This is a part of that. The comfort zone keeps us all stagnant, and this journey of self-discovery is so that you can get out of life everything you came here to get. It's like wringing a towel out. I hate when my kids don't wring the towels out. You can wring that towel out and all the water not out. You can wring that towel out and squeeze it out. This is the same thing we're supposed to be doing with life, with every part of this life. So I want to encourage you to build that trust with yourself. Reject sometimes what's normal. Follow your heart, not the opinions of others on this journey. Learn how to embrace and use your failure. The more we fail, the more we learn. Live intentionally and on purpose. Adapt to more positive thinking and talking, and dream big. This life is so much. Living a purposeful life and understanding your path is one of the most liberating things in this time-space reality. So aligning with what's best for your soul leaves out room for people-pleasing when it comes to self-discovery. We have to constantly learn and unlearn the things that no longer serves a purpose. Embrace your space. Embrace where you are.
Absolutely.
Get excited about where you're going. This is an ongoing process. So I am encouraging you, if you have not yet, don't give up. Do not give up. Get back at doing what you need to do.
And I'm going to add one thing. People are always very concerned about losing themselves. You cannot lose what you never found, right? You can, listen to me, you can't lose what you never found.
Yeah.
Right? So find your purpose, right? Find yourself again, your energy, and I'm glad you spoke on that, because it's so much peace in that, right? So if I can leave you with this, stop being concerned about losing yourself. Find yourself first. You can never lose yourself in a relationship. Come on now.
That's good. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining us as we wrap up. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Come on and come in the room and don't be late. Listen, you see my shirt, I Speak Life. You can go to www.creativeemotions.com. I do have shirts for sale. They are $20. I Speak Life. You can go on over and get those. And guess what? I want to tell you, I love you, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing you can do about it. Meet us here next week. Peace.
Peace.